champions of the night. We are the champions of the night. Yeah. We are the fighting tide, the ones that burn so bright. We are the champions of the night. Can't tell if we're dreaming now. We watch as the fire falls down. One thing playing on our minds. Time stops and we don't make a sound. You crave the love I gave and we'll do it again. Father now, the ground shakes as our love gets loud. We are the champions of the night.
Right, hello everyone. Today we're going to be casting UCF versus WVU in the Collegiate ABC tournament. And we're just getting the lobby set up. If you want to introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm SkyMirage.
Woo. So, yeah, just waiting for everything to be set up.
Yep.
Been watching you keep it all inside. But it's hard to hide what's in your eyes. No words I say will change where you are. Can't break your fall, but I can be there when
Yeah, well, I'm gonna see if I can find information about how the other team has been doing so far.
So it looks like both teams are 4-4 right now.
Okay, yeah, nice.
4-4. Not sure how the previous matches went, but a lot of them seemed to end in DQs. So not sure if teams weren't able to make it or something, or.
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah, for sure.
you walk in the line 1,000 times. As soon as it's good, it turns to fire.
But
No words I say will change where you are. Can't break your fall, but I can be there when you call. You call when you trust me, that you're love free. Baby, I can be your solid ground, your solid ground. Trust me when it's heavy, I can hold you when you're spinning out. On solid ground, on solid ground.
Yeah, you know, this is how a lot of Overwatch games go. You just wait in the menu screen for 15 minutes for everyone to show up.
yes. Now, assuming that map's correct, it looks like we're going to an Oasis for a control map for our first map. So
Yeah, I think this would probably be good for UCF because they like running like the rushy sort of Junker Queen Zarya with like the Tord, stuff like that. So I think that's a pretty solid map for that in general.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like we're coming off of two straight wins. See if we can keep that streak going. A 3-0 win against the Highlanders and a DQ against UW Stevens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think. I mean, because you said both teams are 4-4, this could be a pretty good match.
Yeah, good match. Hopefully a close one. And we'll see if we have to go to a third map. I think it's a best of 3.
I believe so.
Or first to 3.
Yes.
It's a best of 3 or first to 3. I'm not sure.
It's first to 3, best of 5.
Best of 5. All right.
Yeah, those mean the same thing.
So this map will be an important win for both teams. There are only 2 rounds left, including this one, and both are sitting at a 50% win rate. So both teams definitely want to win this match to get themselves at a positive win rate. If they go negative, I think their time in this tournament may be over. So this win very important for both teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. It's I mean, if you have the same record, it's absolutely very important. Yeah, I'm just looking through some of their paths. Yeah, so quite a few TQs, quite a few. Yeah. So pretty similar paths overall. Yeah, UCF and WVU are meeting here, so yeah, we're gonna see who takes it once.
The good news is, if you do look at the matches that didn't end in DQs, they do have a 3-2 record, so they are positive in that sense. So hopefully that does give them a slight edge going into this.
Perhaps, yeah.
Like we're just waiting on one more from West Virginia's side. So looking at the standings, UCF does have a higher game count, just not a set count. So out of the total rounds played, UCF does have a higher advantage there. So they are a little bit higher on the ratings. However, still 4-4 on the set. So definitely needs to pull up some games to get higher up. I believe it's the top 32 teams that'll make it to single elimination.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So either team will have to win both this game and their next game to qualify. So this match definitely a very, very important one for both teams.
Yeah. Okay. No, I see that. So, gosh, there's 340 teams.
Yeah, a lot of colleges.
Yeah. Yeah, so if they even want a chance to make it, I mean, it seems like a pretty strict cutoff to like get rid of 90%.
They know what they have to do, so.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, this will be the starting map because each round has a different starting.
A different game mode, right? Yeah.
It's the same game modes. It's just every like round has a different map that they start on. So yeah, this round is going to be Oasis. Next round, like round 10, the last one is going to be Antarctic. Okay. Well, that seems like a pretty fair way to do it because yeah, some tournaments have it like, I don't know, weird ways to pick first maps, like whoever sets up the lobby and then whoever sets up the lobby is decided by a coin flip or whatever. So
And it looks like we're entering the first map.
Welcome to Oasis.
yeah, we're here. We will have a game confirmed.
So looking at the comp, we have a dive comp into a brawl comp right now. We're looking at it.
Yes, the funny waiting for players moment when you have everyone in the lobby and press start game, and then you just have to wait like 10 seconds for no reason. So, yeah, I assume all of that was just jokes because everyone could see what everyone was playing. Yeah. So, yeah, funny custom game moment. And we'll see the comp in just a bit. This point, I believe, is pretty much
Okay, there we go.
yeah. So
Stay sharp.
it looks like West
It's not
Virginia is
keep you
going for a
alive when
pretty
you're
standard brawl comp with the Ryan Lucio so on, and right now UCF hovering on
All
a
night for this mission.
pretty pokey
Well,
comp right now. The
maybe I
only thing
gained a
that
little
doesn't
too.
really match up is the sim, but I assume that's just for TP out of spawn. And they'll
Yeah.
probably go either a flanker or another poke character. I assume something with more movement to catch up to the rest of the team.
I mean, the sim could be good.
Yeah, I just don't think we'll
My
just comp
time
yet.
to
So there,
Oh.
Gloryblade goes over to the Tracer, but the West Virginia will be sticking with the Sim Reaper here, so a lot of very close games. It's just a case of if they can run into supports fast enough. And yeah, so far both teams just posturing here. No one really making a first move. I do hear a Sim TV go out, but it looks like it was just a bait when they took it. West Virginia rotating, but they're really just getting poked out here. The Sim is able to kill Nachtara on the Ana, but Gloryblade trades back. And UCF will likely be able to get this point, but their tank is
UCF
small.
does get their tank down.
Yeah, Gloryblade trying to catch the Baptiste there. We'll be able to stall this for quite a bit. This point is relatively famous for being able to be stalled for a long time, but Gloryblade will fall. And yeah, here is a comp swap from UCF.
Yeah, really
Going
big
to-
comp swap.
Yeah, pretty much everything's swapping, going to a Sim Bastion. This is pretty similar to how Boston broke London's Sprawl comp, you know, with just an Orisa and a ton of damage, so...
Yeah, I mean, that Bastion, they're gonna have to make sure to track when he's using his turret form. That will shred
Yeah, absolutely.
his shield.
Turret form is out now, and West Virginia is fighting it pretty decently. Lucio almost gets caught.
Yeah, they already have that amplification matrix up, so...
Yeah, and they're actually able to get one from it. They're able to catch Mammoth with a Lingo Fire Strike, which one-shots them. And the Bastion just here in the cars probably won't last too much longer.
No, they do get hit by the cars.
Yeah, just in there, and then that's a pretty cheap fight win for West Virginia as well. Just
Yeah,
losing the
and
window.
they still have that Earth Shatter. They're gonna have beat. They're gonna have pretty much all of their ults except for that Baptiste. So
And UCF only, I mean, they're getting close to few ultimates, but they only have the Bastion right now. Will be able to get a window soon enough.
yeah, the big thing is here is they do get that pick on the Lucio, so they have no beat for this fight.
Yeah, that's a very good pick from sickbuckle. And they're looking for more, looking to push past the sim wall right now. sickbuckle is able to get the sim as well. And now this should just be cleanup. Again, this point is very famous for being stalled, but with the
Yeah,
Bastion
Lucio gets
damage...
taken down again. Reaper does have his ult, but I doubt he'll try to use it here. You know, it's a 5v3.
Yeah, and I mean, that's also a very cheap fight win for UCF, not having to use anything at all. And
Yeah, still use all their ults.
and I mean, you got out a Shatter and a Sim Wall. That's pretty much best case scenario.
It is. Their Baptiste is really good at charging up that amplification matrix, one of the longer ults to charge up, but they're about to get a second one of those out already.
Yeah. And let's see how West Virginia approaches this. They're gonna have to be wary of the Bastion in turn 4.
Yeah, I don't know if Sim meant to fall there.
Maybe not, but it looks like they're fine for now. They have that TG, we'll be able to...
Yeah, that Reaper teleporting up.
Oh,
to
and
ult
TP's directly
does
into the
get
Reaper.
Gloryblade. Only picks one off with it though, so not worst case scenario.
Yeah, it should. I mean, it should be enough value. Oh, but as I say that, Bond is managing to turn this one around.
Yeah, the Bastion got being forced off the high ground.
Oh,
He
yeah,
made a
and
big difference in that fight.
yeah, and just with that damage there, they are able to clean that up even after a very good pick there onto Gloryblade. And I mean, UCF just really not having to use that many ults. This is going to be the final fight here, and they still have 3. West Virginia are going to have the meat to match and the window, but
Yeah.
I mean, I would favor UCF here. That Sim Wall can be very strong if placed correctly.
It can be. Reaper is already using his Wraith form.
Yeah, that's a very key cooldown to get out early. And this Bastion is just going to be uncontested on the high ground.
Oh, but they do get the Reaper tilted up on him.
Yeah, the Reaper teleports, gets the beat, is able to live
Oh, no.
the Bastion ult, and yeah, that might be Clean up here.
They do
getting
still
the
have
bastions.
beat.
Very
Lucio can stall for a little.
They do beat. It's just the tank of the two supports up. Nachtara did get the Reaper, so.
Oh, but the timer's going
See if they
down.
can- oh,
You're not able to touch.
Yeah, they just don't touch. I mean, that Orisa is just able to push him off, and yeah, no, that's kind of rough. Like, you had already gotten both DPS, and you're just not able to touch him off.
Ready for battle.
Do you think we could get a first person on this?
Have you gotten bigger,
Yeah.
Orisa?
My dimensions have not changed. Does the javelin make me look taller?
Yeah, I don't think we'll see any comp changes here, really.
I still think you're just as cute as before.
Oh, that is. Thank you.
Yeah.
3,
There you go.
Nice. Okay.
1.
Yeah, and as I said, it looks like this will be more of the same. Only difference is Gloryblade is going to be going onto a main, which makes sense. Not as many good TP locations at this point. The wall does miss, doesn't manage to isolate anyone. And I mean, those Sim turrets will let them hunker up in that room, but eventually they're going to have to move out. The Ryan does walk forward, but is getting kind of bullied by the May.
Just gets absolutely shredded.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough to push into a May like that, and with an Orisa just being able to turn.
Yeah, they tried to get that lamp on him, but weren't quite able to get it with the May while blocking. Mammoth with the 2-pick. I mean, pretty clean team fight right there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you want to see if you're a UCF fan.
Yeah, Baffle ready with his Matrix up.
Yeah, I mean, in this comp, if you just spam heals onto the Orisa and the Bastion, you are able to build it quite quickly. Let's see how they use it. Sim TP going onto the side high ground here. And this Bastion is going to cause a lot of damage through the window.
Yeah,
Oh!
Picking
Yeah,
up the
the
tank
Orisa-
again.
Yeah, is able to force them out of their
Might-
there.
Yeah, they might have to consider switching off that Reinhardt. You know, with the May there, if he gets isolated with that Bastion, it's not going to be a good time.
Yeah, this is definitely a really tough comp to play into as the Ryan Roll season. But it looks like they will be sticking on it. They're coming up on quite a few ultimates as well. But, you know, UCF only having to use that window, they're pretty happy too, so let's see.
Yeah, they do have that Blizzard charged up now, if anything happens. The Lucio's a lot closer to beat as well, which could definitely help them win a fight.
Yeah, good wall there to prevent some of the TP
And
plays.
there's the Blizzard.
Yeah, the Blizzard plus the Terra Surge to bring them in. I do believe the Blizzard has whiffed a little bit, but, you know, we'll ignore that.
Got one.
Yeah, but still a pretty clean fight. I mean, everyone down but the tank. They do have 3 ults coming in.
You know what? That Blizzard did not let them retreat, so it did get value.
Yeah, it did its job. And coming up at 99% here, they're gonna have to touch and get those ults out.
A very aggressive wall here with the Orisa running forward, trying to catch this Ryan, but the lamp is there.
I mean,
And even with the lamp, it's still
I mean, they're gonna have to touch, but it's gonna be really tough.
the Reaper also
Reaper does get a
gets
crazy
2.
ult.
Oh, no way. Mammoth, I think, tried to beat that, but I think the damage was already done.
Yeah, Orisa's just gonna pull out. She knows it's over. She's gonna wait for her team to come back. But getting it to 99%, really good. You know,
I mean, yeah, a Reaper ult as well as a Sinwall was invested, and the Reinhardt is already swapped, so they're not gonna have that Shatter to worry about either. So they can just walk in here, the lamp, or window already used, the Reaper response will keep people healthy for now, but I mean, UCF is already taking so much space on this point, the lamp also having to be used. And
yeah. I mean, they almost got that Blizzard off too. Once they get that Blizzard, they don't have any support ults right now. It's gonna be really hard.
the rest is so low!
Through. And there goes the Blizzard.
Yeah, I mean, just they
And
so much
a
damage.
team, it looks like a team kill. They're gonna take this first map.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the map.
Victory.
I mean, just very good ult usage from UCF, I think, is the main thing.
Yeah.
You know? they were able to win fights using no ults when West Virginia used ults. They didn't use too many ults in fights, and yeah, that was probably what kept them ahead. Their ults there. Here we'll see Vaughn with the Terra Surge. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, the Blizzard actually did a lot of work there, especially getting that
they did.
Lucio.
I think they meant to throw it into the room, but
Yeah.
I mean, that was just what I saw.
worked out.
But it did get value, yeah, exactly. It cut off one of their escapes, so they could only really go backwards, and yeah.
So I think we are moving into hybrid now. Is the next map?
It'll be West Virginia's pick, right?
Yeah. So we got Numbani, Midtown, and Eichenwald. Do you have any idea what you think they might pick for the map?
Spoiled, but yeah, I mean, Numbani would probably be good for them because UCF have been pretty good at the like bunker rush type comp with the Lucio, Orisa, and all that. So yeah, I mean, this is probably going to be a pretty good change of pace. Dive, very good on Numbani and all that. So we'll see. Maybe they're more comfortable on that.
Maybe we might see a Zarya pick here. Maybe if they don't really, if they go with the, if UCF goes with the Orisa again, we definitely might see the Zarya come out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, in general, I mean, I think we will see quite different comps here. I think Echo is very good. Ana Brig is really solid if you're just able to hold the high ground on the defense. Yeah, and then dive characters in general very strong on this point. So yeah, we'll see in probably just a second as we get in. We do have a swap Mammoth out and Taykor in, so likely more of a double flex look for the supports here.
Yeah. Mammoth had some good plays on the Lucio last map, getting 2 picks, had good beats, so he's good in that first map.
It could also maybe be something like a Bapalari, because I've seen UCF play that a little bit. Yeah, a lot of options here for both teams for sure.
For sure.
We're going right in. Very cool. No break required.
So they're right. Ooh, seeing potential for a Widowmaker, maybe.
Potential preview, yeah. I mean, the Ryan pick is interesting. I don't know if they're going to commit to it, but we have seen Orion on the first defense can work here. You know, if you play around it well enough.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Ryan on attack is the play.
Do we know who's attacking?
I believe it's
Ready
West
for
Virginia,
battle.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, this is about what I expected from UCF. Playing an Echo, which is very strong on this point. The Sojourn, yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if it's going to be as easy to play around the high grounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's good. The Diva for sure. Also a very good dive tank. And yeah, Ana Kiriko is probably just going to be able to, you know, live and give it a ton of damage now. So yeah, it's going to be tough for them to reach the supports. I mean, maybe they can stim TP onto the Ana, but that's really all I see with their current comp.
Yeah, I mean, Sojourn maybe is trying to hop back and forth between those two balconies, maybe. Give it a little harder time.
Yeah, and Gloryblade is already just able to see their comps, so they know in general which way they're going. They see that they're below and will match them. They do TP onto the high ground, actually fake TP. They're able to rotate because everyone's looking at the TP. They're able to
they're gonna go through the high ground there. Yeah. I mean, Sojourn get massive value here.
Yeah, but they are able to clear on the support, which is the important part. The Sim could also get a ton of damage onto the Diva if they're not careful enough. Another Sim TP going across, but it's broken, and the BAP is left behind. And they're just able to kill the BAP. Wow. Yeah, I mean, the Diva just flying in there to loop everyone out of the TP and is able to break the TP in time to catch the BAP. That's an amazing play by Bond there. Although they lose next, so even without their BAP, the West Virginia is able to
Oh, and Diva's gonna jump off. They're giving up the point. They're just gonna reset.
Yeah, that's fair. You probably aren't gonna make it out of there anyway, even if you do get your max. So, yeah, reasonable decision. Although the third spawn is a pretty long way back. Yeah, and I mean that's exactly what you want to see if you're playing this brawl comp. Just using the fake sim TP. You know, good play by Bomb there to isolate the BAF, but yeah, I mean, just enough West Virginia were able to do enough about their BAF. So, yeah, and here we have Bomb back, already built that Diva Bomb, so we'll give up a live, even if they can lose the match. They're just respecting the sim right now, because they know if that sim beat charge is being built up, they can just burn everyone.
Yeah, they do.
On Fearless.
Put the window out there. Really only for himself to get that extra healing dish down, but...
Yeah, and he's just able to dive on them and isolate the map again. So... Yeah, I mean... Mr. Pickles does bring back onto Nachtara, so... Yeah, it's gonna be difficult, but Gloryblade is able to just beam down the Symmetra, and it looks like this will be West Virginia retreating.
Yeah, Diva's gonna be a little hard to deal with without that sim. So, gonna have to respect it, pull back. And Echo does hold on to that duplication. So.
Yeah, I mean, UCF have 5 ults here. They can probably just nano the Echo or nano Overclock or anything, really. They have a ton of possibilities here. The sim will be the first ultimate used, and yeah, Gloryblade just running right into the line.
Down. That sim will not be an optimal for Sojourn here.
Yeah, the nano is used onto the sickbuckle there, but I assume they just call that the fight is lost and don't call the overclock. But I mean, Bond does try to Diva Bomb there.
Yeah, they tried a Diva Bomb.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a miscommunication on whether they thought the fight was winnable or not, but or actually, yeah, they might just be swapping. Yeah, that's also an option. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They did have some success with the Orisa breaking this brawl comp from West Virginia, and this third point is a lot more enclosed, so
yeah,
it's a good pick. I like it. I like it a lot.
If the Orisa does come out,
yeah,
along with the overclock.
Yeah, let's see if they can chase to get kills. Yeah, they do. Yeah, but I mean, a pretty good rotation there from West Virginia to avoid the initial Tsume. But they're just able to follow up with the clock, so yeah. You're not really upset by that, I don't think.
Not really, I mean, we all know Overclock, one of the stronger ults in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and it looks like, yeah, UCF Sports went back to spawn and swapped to this BAF Lucio, so pretty much exactly the same thing they were running on a first one, just with different DPS.
Yeah, that...
Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, West Virginia wrapping around the side. They will get some space.
Yeah, Echo's still holding on to that ult. And they do, they bring out, they drop all their ults coming out. Blade and the beat.
Precision and control.
Yeah, sickbuckle just able to punch the Genji in the face and show that blade, but it looks like they have lost too many people in the process, so...
Yeah, he's gonna have to hold on to that shatter, not gonna wanna commit that to this fight.
Okay. Oh, they do! They actually do manage to get the sim. Yeah, I thought when they missed that roll it was a mistake, but yeah, Mammoth there, they're actually on power on the Lucio, is able to just roll them. Oh.
Yeah. And not gonna get a chance to get that shatter out. Overclock does get built up again.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Coming through.
I mean, overall, a really good fight there. They used 4 ults. They do bring out the Zarya, though.
yeah, I think Zarya could be a pretty good option here to keep down this Orisa.
Keep down the Orisa. Get shields.
Going right into the Terra.
He gets the sim. Zarya's low. Gets picked. And this looks like another fight over.
Yeah, very good proactive play there from Bond. Just going right in, no fear, and knew that his team would be able to follow up. So, yeah, great play, and winning the fight with only Terra Surge again. Just such valuable ultimates here.
Did you switch to the soldier?
Yeah, I mean that could be to just get some damage onto the Echo in the sky, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't think Echo's even used duplication once yet. Haven't needed to.
Yeah, I don't think so. I haven't seen it, so yeah, I mean, again, I think that's no need. So and they West Virginia thought they were safe from that window because of their sim wall, but the sim wall just breaks. So yeah, a lot of damage coming out from They're just
Looks like they're struggling to think of something to do here. Zarya's not really able to build up her ult. She's not able to really get close enough for her beam to charge up to be effective. Still sitting at only 40% charge on that ult.
Yeah, interesting. I thought there would be a Symmetra switch because they used that ultimate, but it looks like they'll be swapping on it. Both teams are out, as well as a River from West Virginia. So far, no one's falling just yet, but as I say that, sickbuckle is able to just get a rail onto West Virginia's Lucio. And it looks like they'll be pushing this, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, only a minute left on the clock. They're not going to be able to get another beat back up. So they're going to have to get one solid push out here, try to get that Zarya ult up to get some control on the map.
Yeah,
But really only Zarya and Soldier are realistically going to be able to ult here.
Yeah, that's true. And UCF on their side do have 3 ultimates using the window already. And yeah, with that TP, West Virginia is able to leave pretty well. So yeah, no one gets picked by the window. That was a very good fight by them, but you can see how they approach this again.
They are gonna start somewhere here.
Ooh, Bond going in!
Really low.
Oh, there's a lot of damage out, but it does die in the process.
They do, but that soldier ult doesn't get any value. And they still have that overclock.
Yeah, and I mean, I think UCF should be fine on this. They still have the overclock, and they do have a pretty good sightlines here. Oh, unless they got TP'd on and exploded.
They do get TP'd on overtime here.
Yeah, let's see if, I mean, I assume Bond is going to touch, yeah, from the window, just going right past it, and the sim wall.
You do get the heat coming out.
Yeah, but I don't know how long that'll help them.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very long is the answer.
I mean, Soldier's gonna try to, no, not quite able to do it.
Yeah, Sim getting a 3K there, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good final push there, but they did take it down from 4 minutes on that last point to go into overtime, so. A good hold, nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, UCF played that really well, but I mean, I do like the comp swaps that West Virginia were making onto the Sim and Zarya, just able to beam down the Orisa, get a ton of
really
damage.
overwhelming that Orisa.
Yeah, I saw a very nice play there at the end where they used the window, and they know that the Orisa has to go through the window, so then they just sim wall after, so the Orisa can't get any healing. And I think the Orisa was able to get beat, so the Lucio probably just sped past the wall and beat it. But I do really like that play there, where you window to bait their tank in to walk past it, and then sim wall after to prevent any healing coming through.
Yeah, smart play, and with that Sojourn down, not able to overclock, really put an end to that fight, not able to get the value with their DPS no longer there. They do make the switch into a Sigma for attack.
Yeah, I like that, yeah. I think it's pretty good here.
And I like the Torbjorn pick on defense. Torbjorn can be really annoying with his turret up there on that high ground.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And they do bring out the Alari, like you said.
Defend objective A.
Yeah, and I mean, I do like this comp from them. It requires a lot on a cloak damage, so we'll see if they can get the angles here. Yeah, and on the side of West Virginia, they do have the Centaur, so a ton of spam damage as well. Just not as much pick value, I would say. They are running onto this Sigma here. Yeah, Vaughn is able to live though, so yeah, they will be fine. That was, I believe, speed and window used, so UCFs do have an opportunity here. Let's see how they approach this. They're just spamming a lot of damage through main.
Yeah, just trying to get the ult up. Get the signal to push
there
them
you go.
out.
Yeah, sickbuckle gets a pick onto the map, so you can see all these angles for UCF that they're taking are seeming to work out.
Echo does get picked off, which isn't good. But Sigma here playing really well, taking that space. Soul does come out and struggling to find value for it, but he does get a pick.
There you go, yeah. Exactly what you wanted there. And also able to stop that Reinhardt charge with the rock. Yeah, very good Sigma play there by Bond. And yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you want to do with that comp. You want, you know, a Sigma to take an angle and your DPS to be able to shoot their backline. And sickbuckle was able to get a pick onto the Baptiste, and after a bit of time, they were just able to take the point there. So, let's see.
They do switch back to the soldier again.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's probably for the Echo.
Yeah.
That's my guess. But yeah, also Torb isn't as good on these three phases, so I assume that Torb pick was probably just for first point.
Yeah.
Window is used by West Virginia, but UCF are so far just chilling.
You pull the window out and the wall. Mario comes out.
And Nachtara uses that probably just to get away from the ride. Oh, shatter!
Really big, huge shatter.
Oh!
I mean, you get saved.
Taykor there, just able to keep everyone up with that reach at first. So, yeah, very great play dodging the shatter from Taykor.
Yeah, Gloryblade charging up his duplicational. They do get that wall out.
Let's move this payload.
And we do see an overclock here.
Yeah, chase here. Yeah, this is exactly what you want. Oh!
Oh, the soldier comes out. He gets both DPS, but he does get taken down.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll be enough. Yeah, no, they'll lose that, but they will get probably, yeah, they'll get another retest here because there's only one on card.
Yeah.
Ooh, sickbuckle. Yeah, looks like sickbuckle going over to the back, and then Gloryblade taking up that sojourn role. So yeah, probably just want to spamming more damage onto them, and yeah, knowing that Echo won't be as good on this third point, but probably a little preemptive swap there.
Yeah. But Sigma gonna get his ult up again.
Yeah,
if he could get it into that little room, that could be some huge value, and he does.
There it is, yeah.
Tank gets separated from his team.
And the Immor has to be used to save the squishies in the room rather than saving the Reinhardt, and sickbuckle with 3 here.
Yeah, really good ult. Raising the tank out of line of sight of his supports there. Couldn't get healed, and they knew to focus it and concentrate all their fire on that tank to get him out.
Let's see here. UCF did have to use quite a bit to get that. They had to use their Sig and their window, but I mean they'll still have their rising sun here, as well as an overclock soon enough. A window here. Yeah, Bond is backing up, giving some space to respect that window. But they're able to still shoot this Orisa from all their different angles, and Orisa does have to back up now. Oh my god, yeah, this Orisa
and that Mario comes out, they use Lamp already, a huge team kill here. Only Lucio alive, but can't beat to stay on point. Yeah, no, he went in really early. I don't know if we'll be able to touch here.
Yeah, they're making some swaps here, trying to stall this overclock. Yeah, the D.Va going after the overclock, but I don't know how long this Tracer is going to be.
Yeah, they get the trade, yeah. I mean, they're hoping they can just stall long enough for Lucio to get that beat, to get some time.
Oh,
he does get it, but he doesn't get it out. It gets canceled.
Yeah, that's tough to see, but
yeah.
I mean, it was a desperation play.
I mean, going into, you know, the second phase of attack with 3 extra minutes on the clock is really huge for UCF here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I believe they only have to get the first tick here because of how much time they have. So
yeah, I mean they did struggle with that first defense against West Virginia here, so they could realistically take first point and take some distance, but a big time advantage here is really gonna help UCF finish this one out.
Actually, yeah, the way this works, I don't believe. Yeah, West Virginia aren't going to get an attack actually, because.
Oh really? Oh, yeah, because they don't have any time left. You're right.
Yeah, I think if you cap in overtime and the other team
You're
gets
right.
more than a minute or something,
Yeah.
I forget the exact specifics, but yeah, I mean, UCF just have to get the first tick here. And
Yeah, Bastion might be playing on a sneaky angle. Looks like he's used his grenade to boost himself somewhere, so we'll have to see where he's playing.
Yeah.
They do bring out the Zen this time. They really want to get those kills out right now. The Bastion with the Zen really want a lot of damage.
4,
Mhm.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean, that is a pretty good strategy. Is just get more damage. Works pretty often. And yeah, I mean, they know generally what they want, what UCF wants to do, so they probably have this Echo try to match the angles that UCF's DPS are taking while having the Bastion and Zen spam a lot of damage onto the Sigma. And
Yeah, but but Zen goes down already.
no.
Yeah,
very good
both
play by
supports
Nachtara.
almost down. If Ana dies, this is probably over, and she's very low.
Yeah, the Bastion also just getting focused down, and someone has to touch. You gotta stay on. You can only get
Yeah,
one.
someone does,
You
and
can't even give a tick here.
yeah, I mean,
And
a
there we
really
go.
quick takedown here. I mean, they had 3 minutes, but they did not need all 3.
Yep, absolutely.
Play of the game.
See. Ooh, Taykor of the play of the
We
game. This
got
might
the-
be the Ajax at the very end of third point, I think. Oh no, this is Streets. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, it's when he takes down the soldier
Oh.
ult. Use it. Wow.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think whatever algorithm they have in determining play of the game does give you extra points for canceling someone's ult.
So we are going into match point here.
Yeah,
UCF wins this
only-
next one.
Yeah, exactly.
They
Just
do
one
take
more.
today. We are moving into Flashpoint, which is the newest mode added. So both teams might not have as much experience playing these maps. So I'll have to see what comps they run with. I know for myself personally, Flashpoint's my least favorite mode. So I know I'm not comfortable. These guys probably have more experience with me in Flashpoint, but
Yeah, not an uncommon opinion, let's say.
looks like Mammoth's going
So-
back in.
Yeah, looks like they do want that Lucio, so
And they start that
very-
match really quick.
Welcome to New Junk City.
yeah, pretty important to have some mobility on Flashpoint. So,
Yeah.
Initiating.
I mean, I'm
match.
expecting more of this like Orisa Lucio stuff that we've seen on Oasis. I think that'll work for them pretty well because I mean I think they just have West Virginia pretty figured out here, with their Ryan Sim TP plays and such. So, and I think they have a comp that can break that. So I'm expecting
Yeah.
to see more of that.
I know this first point on New Junk City, not exactly a favorite with people. So this first point often is one people don't like, and they are going to run the Zarya with the Reaper, really trying to get the big damage coming out.
Yeah, so the way this comp works is your Reaper just takes a lot of space and gets the Zarya bubble, so your Reaper basically becomes your tank, and
Yeah.
The Zarya bubble buff for allies, I think it's a really strong comp.
I think, yeah.
3, 2, 1.
And yeah, UCF just sticking on would work for them on a little indecision on which way to go. They might have not been aware on which point or which side of the map they were on, but they do figure it out. And yeah, I assume they're expecting more of a Ryan-based composition because their comp is really good into that, but they will be fighting a Reaper Zarya here.
Yeah, I think Orisa's going to have a lot of trouble here.
Oh.
Or maybe not, because Zarya goes
Actually
down
not, yeah.
instantly with pressure from that Bastion.
Yeah, I mean, really playing into this with any tank is going to be really tough. I mean, you just have the Mei slowing you, the Orisa pushing you around with the spear spin, and
Yeah.
just the Bastion shredding you, so...
Yeah, and since she dedicated that shield to the Reaper, she did not have the extra health for herself, so Bastion really not having to worry about anything.
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see if they adjust anything, but it looks like they'll be sticking on this for now. I mean, I think it definitely can work. I think if your Reaper gets a lot of value of the bubbles, I think it's a very good composition, but yeah, so far, UCF are in the driver's seat right now, and they're just
Yeah,
able
I
to
mean-
run at this Zarya again.
I really wonder what communication we have going on. I mean, it really seems like they're not too aware of that Bastion's turret form. Really struggling to know when it's safe to push in. Because when Bastion has that turret form and you're Zarya, if you're not bubbling yourself, you're extremely vulnerable.
Yeah, good spear there by Vaughn. And yeah, it looks like they will just say, you know, never mind to the Zarya idea. Yeah, oh, what a wall there. And the spear spin, only the Reaper is really able to touch. Actually, there were Sojourn going to point as well. And the Sojourn is going to get focused down. Yeah, already using her movement ability to get to points, so will be pretty free there.
Just the tank alive here and the supports. They're going to have to probably give up this point.
Yeah, I mean, they do manage to kill Nachtara there, but yeah, that should be that. And they're swapping...
So...
swap onto the sim here, which makes some sense, but
yeah.
I mean, I'd kind of just like to see a Bastion, honestly, because like
I don't know what Bastion ignoring that health back, but
you know, wants to give their support some ult charge. Actually,
yeah, not cool.
I mean, I'm gonna assume they didn't realize that Nachtara had window, and they just wanted to be kind and give them some ult charge.
And probably gonna get a...
Ooh, the Reaper Wraith form is already out, so this could be a big Terra Surge by Block.
Yeah, he will have his Death Blossom out soon.
Oh, here it is. A Sim TP out, but the Lucio doesn't take it. It does take a lot of damage.
It does get lamped, but... again, a super clean team kill. I mean... UCF really been able to just play kind of uncontested this map.
Yeah, and I mean, Bastion is just such a strong hero. Like, you see, if they try to make any rotation, their tank just walks forward on the Orisa, takes space, and the Bastion is just able to just burn the entire team with turret form. So,
yeah.
And it's gonna be really tough to get past this choke with the Bastion turret. They do TP.
Yeah, they will TP. Probably gonna try to get a Death Blossom on here, get some value.
Oh, but it doesn't.
But he gets nothing with it. Lucio boops him out. They do drop the beat, but probably wasn't even needed.
Oh, what a Bastion nade there to move the Sim away from their TP.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Good
this Bastion definitely the MVP of this matchup. I mean, I don't even know if West Virginia's gotten a single kill in this match.
Potentially not. And here's the Bastion swap finally. Yeah, I mean, you can really only match Bastion with Bastion at this point. So, yeah, I mean, I like it, but we'll see if it's gonna be enough. And yeah, that's
I mean,
second point, not even a touch.
Yeah, they're already down to the. They can't lose this next point. They do have 3 ults, but I mean, they really need to take care of this Bastion here.
Yeah, and we'll see if mirroring it is going to work out for them or not. So far, Vaughn already taking a ton of damage, and I mean they're able to get into the face of the enemy team, but Gloryblade does fall in the background, so this could be the first point for West Virginia. The window is invested by Nachtara, and I mean sickbuckle just kills 2,
sickbuckle does get the tank down.
Yeah,
they're not going to be able to make use of it though. Yeah.
So,
they don't switch up the comp, or no, they do. They switch to Sojourn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I think May is probably a little tougher because the Bastion can just burn down all of the walls and such. So yeah, I don't hate the swap.
They do invest their window.
Oh,
window!
Wow, what a window. Yeah, window. Since Thin Orb, the right click does 100 damage if it goes through a Baptiste window with just one shot, so that's what happened there to Gloryblade. And just getting
big Terra Surge, but not able to get any kills.
Trying to turn it around, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Yeah, likely not. The Bastion ult is used, and yeah, I mean, UCF are going to try to make their way into this one, but it's going to be tough. The Bastion is isolated sort of here.
Ooh,
won't be taken down. Actually, great pulling there.
Yeah, it does get pocketed.
Yeah, great support from Easton there, keeping their Bastion up, and
Yeah,
the Bastion dies, yeah.
He does get taken down, but both Bastions get taken down. They finally realize it seems the Bastion is very strong here. He does appear to be the answer to shutting these teams down.
With the support ultimates there from UCF, they will be able to take this, but I mean, West Virginia have 99, so
And they
UCF have to be
switched to
pretty
the
perfect here.
Doomfist.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I assume Bond, because it was overtime, they wanted to get back fast, but this could cost them if the Orisa and Bastion just bully this, but
Yeah, I mean, maybe trying to bully that Bastion. I don't know what the plan here is to do.
yeah, I mean, Doomfist can be pretty good against Bastion, just punching them around, but
Yeah, I mean,
don't know.
as long as you navigate that turret form, the Doomfist, you're looking pretty good.
They're trying to take down Crixie there on the sim. They do manage to get it, but Bond does fall in the end. And
Yeah.
looks like Kudo will just be cleaning up here. And yeah, that'll be West Virginia taking the point, not falling that easily.
Lost.
Yeah, switches off the Doom. You're probably right, was just trying to get the point, doesn't want to save the Meteor Strike. Just gonna go straight to the Sigma here.
A Sigma pick here. I think the Sig is very good against the Bastion because you have the shield as well as the kinetic grasp and a rock, which is pretty tough to miss against the Bastion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and Sigma also very good against the Orisa if they can keep their range.
In this next point, a lot more favorable for just a more open area rather than an enclosed space.
Yeah, and West Virginia do get here first, so they're able to set up on the high ground. Let's see if UCF can dislodge them, but yeah, that's their Bastion falling.
Yeah, both are DPS down.
And yeah, I mean, West Virginia are looking very good after this Bastion swap they have. It's giving them equal, an equal chance to win the fights because they can control, a lot of space of the turret form as well, and it's not just one side getting that space of the turret form. Bond will be building up to this flux here in just a second, so let's see if they can use that to dislodge
And he's gonna
people.
pull it straight out.
Yeah, it does get onto the
He's
back
able to
line.
get free.
A beaten response, pretty good.
Yeah, they do have both their support ults coming out now. That Sim really not able to die, able to shield off of a
Ooh, another
tank.
beaten response. Both beats are out. Mammoth using B to try to keep UCF in this.
You
And
have an amp field with the Bastion turret form, but not really a good
oh,
angle.
so much
Most of the
damage
team.
there onto the DPS on the side. And maybe they can get this Bastion
Ooh,
as
and
well.
they are
Yeah.
able to get the Bastion down.
And I mean, yeah, West Virginia's DPS just peaked that Baptiste window a little too long, trying to get some value, but I think they could have just waited there.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't exactly the best angle. It was really only able to peek that one spot, so
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
a slight mistake peeking that window. Could have just went around to the rest of their team.
I think
They do
so,
switch back to
but-
the Zarya.
Yeah, I think they're okay with this 99%. The Zarya, I mean, I think it can be pretty good if you just walk through the Sigma, but if UCF are able to keep this space, then, they also have a very good chance of winning this. The Symmetra is alone there, not everyone walking through the choke, and the Sim is just
Yeah,
enough to
no,
fend for
Sim
himself
kinda
there.
left alone. And Sigma really just pushing them back to their spawn. Saying, no, this is my space.
And I mean, already having another Flux online, just UCF building these
Yeah,
ults
I mean,
so quickly.
UCF's really gonna have all their ults back by the time West Virginia's able to
Pretty much,
contest
yeah.
them. This will be the last team fight
Oh.
from this point.
Yeah, here's a Flux that just
huge
catch them in
Flux.
rotation. Yeah, no beating response
Oh,
this time.
and yeah, I mean, it's not looking good here. Lucio will have to try to hold down that point for his team to get back.
And,
But not
yeah,
able to. I mean,
Mhm.
a clean 3-0 for UCF. I think that's it.
Yeah, that'll be that. Let's see the play of the game, of course, on as expected.
Yeah, that's the Sigma had amazing fluxes
Yeah,
throughout
this
this
is
game.
Yeah, very good ult here, just catching them mid-rotation. And the Bastion ult on top of it, just making sure everyone dies there. So, yeah, very good combo there. If you combo it really well, the if you get a flux and hit a lot of people, the Bastion can put their ult down, like where they're gonna fall from the flux, and just get a team kill. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
also
really
a very
good
strong combo.
combo there. Must have been some great communication going on with that team. Does take them to 5-4, which does put them into the range where they can make it to the top 32 and proceed on in this bracket.
Yeah.
So a very much needed win, a big one at that. Winning 3-0, definitely going to boost their confidence for the next games.
Absolutely, yeah. And I believe we will be getting their next match pretty soon, right?
Not quite sure when that next match is, but that will be the final match of the first stage. And also very important, they do win that. Unfortunately, I do think this means West Virginia is no longer able to qualify. So that is unfortunate. But UCF making it to 5-4, really gonna get a good chance to advance here come next match.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe, yeah, it looks like round 10 will be at 4 p.m. today, so in a little.
Oh, so
under an hour.
that's
Yeah.
already today, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it shows today at 4, so.
Yeah, really, it'll be really nice to have that momentum then going forward.
And do we want to just go on a BRB or end the stream and come back? Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, we'll be back at 4 p.m. EST to cast their 10th round game. Not sure who it is against because I don't know if it's decided yet. But yeah, we'll be back in a little under an hour.
Been trying to find my way, but I still won't stop my devotion. Trying to find the motivation. Been trying to find my way, cause I wanna change my situation. So I'm trying to find the motivation. Cups to the sky, if you feel the vibe, you can't deny the energy inside. I wanna feel something to give me that belief. When it drops on the beat, it's happening every time. Cups to the sky, if you feel the vibe, you can't deny the energy inside. I wanna feel something to give me that belief. When it drops on the beat, it's giving me the motivation. Motivation, 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 giving me the motivation. Cups to the motivation, cups to the motivation, giving me the motivation, motivation. Swear that the vibe got me up all evening. I'll be on the vibe till I'm in bed yawning. Cause ain't nothing else gonna give me that feeling. Nah. Cups to the sky for trying to live life. It's about time we're taking it up high. You ain't got a vex, put the stress to the side. When it drops on the beat, it's happening every time. Cups to the sky for trying to live life. It's about time we're taking it up high. You ain't got a vex, put the stress to the side. When it drops on the beat, it's giving me the motivation. Motivation. Motivation, motivation, giving me the motivation. Cups to the motivation, cups to the motivation, giving me the motivation, motivation.
the sky? Is it morning when my place is night? Is it raining when my place is dry? I wanna see, I wanna know what's on the other side, the other side. I wanna travel the world with you. What's on the other side, the other side? Wherever you are, I want you. Travel the world with you. Is it warmer when it's cold at mine? How many hours will it take to fly? When will I see you with my own eyes? I wanna see, I wanna know what's on the other side, the other side. I wanna travel the world with you. What's on the other side, the other side? Wherever you are, I want you. Travel the world with you. Travel the world with You
it's gonna hurt. If you're ever gonna get that bad, then you better plan your attack.
You're braver than you know it. You're stronger than you show it. You're braver than you know it takes is a moment. Is it fate that you came this far unbroken? If it's destiny, you wrote it. Focused, but you gotta be focused. Make or break, it's the last goodbye they remember you for. They're calling your name, go and take what's yours. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment. Rise up, you give it all that you got and you rise up. All the stories that tell about the champion who came from the crown. Are you ready to carry it now? Going full speed, never stop, never quit. You're the only one you got to convince that nothing's too far out of your reach. 'Cause all you are is what you believe. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment.
Do you believe you can fly? Do you believe you have a pure spirit? Only those who have a pure spirit can fly.
sinking through the floor again, and I can feel you hold me. I let you inside my head again. I'm losing track of who I am, but why does it console me? When you hypnotize, just sing me like a lullaby. Just take me to a world where I'm numb to what lies behind your side. When you hypnotize. I put on a smile to hide the blues, the feeling that I'll never fill your shoes. I take the pill to be with you while you hypnotize. Just sing me like a lullaby. Just take me to a world where I'm numb to what lies behind your side. When you hypnotize. Do you believe me when I say I'm never like this? Do you need me the way you say you do? Treading lightly through the water, through the light and darkness. If I'm not careful, my love might consume you. Pulling me back into my body. I wanna take my time with you. Your lips are gonna haunt me. If what you say is true, pulling me back into my body. I'm just a dead man walking. I'm just a pawn, but nothing hurts better than you. Pulling me back into my body. I'm just a dead man walking. I'm just a pawn, but nothing hurts better than you. Pulling me. Pulling me. Are we doomed to the fate laid out before us? Can you lift it 'cause we're the single kiss? Standing on the edge of the ever-growing abyss. Does it really have to end like this? Pulling me back into my body. I wanna take my time with you. Your lips are gonna haunt me. If what you say is true, pulling me back into my body. I'm just a dead man walking. I'm just a pawn, but last night. I'm just wearing my pajamas, staying up too late, cause I'm watching Futurama, thinking where's my drama? My life's no melodrama, leave it off the screen, cause it's got no genre. Sometimes I call my mama, rain, yeah, she's always my armor. I want to fly away, far from my mistakes. My baggage has too much weight, hey, hey. So my bed is where I stay. Tell the clouds that I say hey. I know it's a phase, but it's harder to realize that I'll never be a quarter of the man I could have been when I got older, and all the things I could have done if I was smarter. Think of my departure. Look at the hour, I have work in an hour. It's been 2 days since I've showered. I want to fly away, far from my mistakes. My baggage has too much weight, hey, hey. So my bed is where I stay. I want to fly away, far from my mistakes. My baggage has too much weight, hey, hey. So my bed is where I stay. Tell the clouds that I say hey. Tell the clouds that I say hey.
the ground. I close my eyes and I wait for the come down. I used to live in the now. Now I'm wiser to think that we are bulletproof. Teens with thicker skin, now we just bruise. We were hopeless and we're hopeless now. But I remember we threw our fists in the air singing. I remember when we were kids, never scared, yeah. And the sky went dark, we used our hearts to guide us. You showed me you care. And I remember, yeah, I remember. Now, but I remember we threw our fists in the air singing. I remember when we were kids, never scared, yeah. And the sky went dark, we used our hearts to guide us. You showed me you care. And I remember, yeah, I remember.
so this is not the no, it's not quite. But they still take this W though. They still take this W. Yep.
Are you screen sharing or? Alright, thank you. Okay, so they're going versus University of Arizona next. Okay, got it.
Yep. Those deep views though are super unfortunate. Yeah. Unless both teams just don't show up. Yeah.
Yep.
There's no teams undefeated, which I'm surprised. Everyone's lost at least once.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Hello. Alright, awesome.
I don't know who Fisher is, but they have like 4 teams in the top 25, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think they're like a university who invests like really heavily in esports. So I think they have like a lot of contenders players even.
Banhxeo, because they have so many teams.
Yeah.
I search for the team. Do I have the technology for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Mm.
It's all about the experience, though. They learn.
Clear.
And I know for a lot of them, this is, they haven't played together very long. I know Mammoth is new to the team. He was not on the team last year. So, as we see them play together more and get that team synergy, hopefully we see them improve. Because, they've only been playing together a couple weeks at most. Tryouts ended not too long ago. There we go. Already got some matches in progress going. Oh, I see what happened is on one day they both their DQs were on the same day, so it must have been something where they couldn't attend.
Yep.
Let's see what's in your shop. Open up the shop. Yeah, open up the shop. Open up the shop. Let's see what you got in the shop. This is new. Let's reveal which hero bundles they gave you. Who does he play? Put it on the bottom. Let's reveal who he plays. Ana, Diva, Orisa. Just for you. This guy's a little bit of kink action. You think you think you could make the Overwatch team? Did you try out? Ah. Last time I guess you played Ana. Guy says he doesn't play, but he has all the characters unlocked.
Interesting.
Hmm. Interesting. Why don't you give us a nice locker tour here while we're waiting? Yeah, show us what you got on. Okay. This guy's got all the skins. The guy who doesn't play, he's got all the skins. I mean, she doesn't have any skins. You play Overwatch 1? Damn, this guy bought all these skins, didn't get them from the free loot packs. The guy who doesn't play. That's actually a sick skin. That's cool. I like that one. Yeah. There's there's where that one
Yeah,
Overwatch
the one
coin went. There's that one coin went. I'm suffering from that too. They just couldn't give it to us for free.
Yep.
What is that?
Oh, I cooked that one.
That's ugly. That is yucky. It's just matte pink.
The contender skin, a classic.
Yeah, that's what I have. I don't know where I got it, but justice for Hanzo. Come on. So happy he's getting a mythic skin. I know everyone's excited for that mythic skin.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I've heard everyone say they wish it was someone else, but it is a Hanzo player. I'm taking any W I can get.
Ah.
Reaper. Which one you got on the Reaper? Oh, the pirate one. I go to play the Plague Doctor.
Yeah, the gold one's pretty good.
What is it? What? That's kind of weird. You can't even see the skin. You're still getting with it. I got the Moomin Rider one. That's the best one.
Ah, the Jester.
This guy's got all the common skins. Let's go. The Edna Mode skin from The Incredibles. It's gotta be. Oh, he didn't get the free Tracer skin. It was a free one. You got like the track and field one, I think it was for free at one point. No, it wasn't that one. It was a different one. It was like a
Yeah,
it
Sprinter.
was a Sprinter.
Yeah,
Think of the one
no,
for free
there was
a while
also a
ago.
free May one, right?
Yeah, the sprinkles, I think.
Yeah. You didn't log in that week, so GG.
Oh, he doesn't have the War God. Why do you have so many common ones? I dumped his points in. But you said you said you didn't play Overwatch 1. They don't have loot boxes anymore after Overwatch 1, right? They don't have loot boxes anymore. What? No. Yeah, like I guess you got a few loot boxes every now and then. Nice. Life Weaver. That's what my team's name is. This we're the Wife Weavers. Really? That's weird. Oh, that's strange. Zen.
Oh, that one's actually one of my favorites.
The skull one?
Yeah.
I saw this one like Genji skin that was really weird. It almost looked like straight out of Borderlands. I don't know which one it was. I saw a guy have it on. It had like it looked like I don't even know. It looked like a junk metal. I don't know which one it was. Yeah, like it was none of those. I don't know if you have to filter it in the other extra ones. I don't know where it came from.
Oh yeah, like
Under
check all
category,
for
check all.
everything. Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of cool, but I don't know which one it was. Yeah, it was none of those. Yeah, I have no idea what skin it was. Wasn't any of those ones, that's for sure. Those are all the. Maybe it was. No, I mean that one's cool, but what was it? What? I have no idea what it was. I haven't seen it. I'm 100% certain it was Genji. Because he got like a killed like our entire team with a nano blade. What? It was like yellow and like gray? I have no idea. You know what? I'm doing my own research. You must have missed it. You must have done something wrong. I refuse to believe.
Bro was playing Overwatch in a dream. Ain't no way.
No, it wasn't a dream because I remember who was there and who I was playing with. I was playing with like 3 people. I can use the arrow keys to scroll through them really fast. And I'll find it. I mean, only the mythic skins have like options you can change on what they look like, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, what? I'm very confused. Yeah, no, what? It's none of these. No, it was not. I can assure you, it was not a dream. Oh, it was. Wait, I found it, but this
Oh.
it wasn't there. I found it like on Google, but it wasn't on that list. Skeleton Genji.
Oh,
I think that's what it was. That's that. It sort of. It looks a little different to me, but that's definitely the closest.
go to filter again.
I mean, he filtered all. So
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's gotta be like a Halloween one, right? I'm pretty sure I know this.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like an epic Halloween one, I think.
But why didn't it show up then?
I'm not
That's
sure.
so strange.
Just go to filter, and then check like, I guess just Halloween, and then yeah, it should show up. It might be like hidden inside all of like the Overwatch League ones. I don't know.
Now there's only one Halloween one. What? That's so strange. Yeah, it definitely wasn't a dream. It said it was a shop exclusive. But I would think it would show. But yeah, very strange, very strange. We do. I can definitely do a game or two. My team is not ready yet. So.
Okay.
Bobby Schmurda. They got Bobby Schmurda on the other team. So Arctic Peninsula. Arizona, I believe it was.
Yeah, University of Arizona.
University of Arizona. Yeah, just Arizona Esports. I think we see an echo on this map. Oh.
Ah, going in.
Initiating match.
All right, Arctic Peninsula.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, this is probably just going to be more brawl, more stuff that we've already seen. So, I mean, that's at least what I'm expecting.
Ready for
Yeah,
battle.
looks like UCF on their tried and true Orisa Bastion stuff.
Right and true.
Yeah.
And we see a Junkrat and a Brig.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to stick on that.
No.
A Brig with Reinhardt is kind
Yeah.
of weird.
Yeah, a Brig with a Bastion there is gonna. I mean,
5,
Yeah, probably not going to be fun.
3,
I've tried to play Brig, played it into a Bastion, was not having a great time.
capture the
I can imagine, yeah. But it looks like they will be sticking on that. It's Junkrat May with on a Brig and Orion.
Yep.
So
And they will be getting
Orion
the snipe
might-
first.
Yeah, I assume Reinhardt is going to have a very bad time here without any Lucio speed or bad wars or anything like that.
Yeah, Junkrat already almost got taken down. Maywall comes up. Bastion doing work.
Yeah, doing a lot of damage, making the Brig back up, but won't get any final blows just yet. But I mean, UCF has taken just an incredible amount of
Now the
space
one
for
worrying
Arctic
thing
point.
could be that anti from Ana.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, they have pretty good ways to play around it. They have the Immor, they have like speeding away and all that. And I mean, Orisa has a bunch of cooldowns.
When
too,
their Ana
so-
does go down, along with the Junkrat, so they don't have that big DPS coming out anymore.
Yeah, now they're just gonna run up this Reinhardt and Brig. Reinhardt already falls, and yeah, Brig does too. So
First team fight does go to UCF here.
yeah, Ryan
And-
swapping off, and the Brig also onto Alari, and also Hanzo's there. So I mean, I guess
Big
they're
t-
looking
big
for
comp
more
switch
poke.
up.
Yeah. They're looking for a lot of poke damage, trying to spam them out with Hanzo arrows and Alari shots and all that. So I mean, it
Yeah,
makes
but-
more sense than their last comp, I'll say.
Yeah, not too sure how well the poke is gonna work with that
Oh,
boost,
there you
but
go.
that big anti coming out.
Yeah, big anti with an Alari shot and all that is just able to take out sickbuckle instantly. But Bond thinks this
Yeah, they
is terrible,
might-
so they go in.
Might consider switching that BAP to a Kiriko. We'll have to see, but
Maybe, yeah. If Donna continues getting value, that would probably be a good choice. And yeah, Nope cleans up 2 there. So yeah, that'll be the
they
swap.
do switch to Sigma.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I think that's alright. I don't think there's going to be a massive difference between the Sig and the Orisa here in terms of effectiveness.
Yeah, no, not huge. Only other thing would really be is blocking that anti with the shield could help.
The Immor there does freeze up the Sigma, and I believe one other. Yeah, the BAP got frozen too. Gloryblade also throws out their own freeze and does manage to clean up quite a few people there. Both supports down, and the Orisa's just trying to get out now. We'll see if they let her get out or not. Looks like, yeah, Mammoth wants to chase, but yeah, she will end up getting out, so that's that. And I mean, UCF are also pretty happy with that, only having to use a Blizzard and getting the enemy Blizzard out as well, so I think they're in a pretty good position here.
Yeah, and they do have that Lucio ult, which does give their team a lot of survivability. Where Alari's ult's more of an offensive ult, so she does have that out.
There it is. The Lari
And
ult
he eats the Alari ult.
Well, the beat is a little late, doesn't save Bond, but this should be enough, I think, if they can focus on the Orisa. Actually, no.
May
Yeah.
not quite able to get her cryo back.
Yeah, okay, so the University of Arizona does flip it there.
They do, but UCF does take that 99% lead, which is a very comfortable position to be in. That's where you want to be. Gloryblade switches to that Sojourn.
Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't think they're really swapping for any reason in particular.
Yeah. However, Nope is stuck on that Tracer, which he had to switch to get on site to touch. So he is
Yeah.
stuck in that Tracer position, and he won't really have an opportunity to switch back into what he wants to.
Yeah, and Bond is able to get the Ana alone. Killer Flux, and is now just chasing down this Tracer.
Ooh, and a
who's the
good
last one
rock on
point.
Tracer. Let's Bastion get the finish and go into OT.
Almost. Yeah, almost managed to see the Blizzard there, but the Blizzard was
Yeah,
actually
they will
still a
get
little
taken
behind.
down there.
Yeah.
Really good Blizzard from Arizona there.
Wow, yeah, what a turnaround. It looked like they were going to lose that one, and UCF had already capped, but with a good Blizzard there, they were able to isolate Vaughn and all that.
Yeah, and they do have that Nano coming in, but UCF will have that Bastion with the Amplification Matrix.
Yeah, so let's see how they want to approach this. It looks like Glory here is poking on the left side, and the rest of the team is running down main. The wall there is pretty good. It'll mitigate a lot of damage from the Amp Matrix, but I don't think it'll be enough to completely counteract it. The Nano goes onto the Orisa, and in the background, no,
and Tracer
DPS
gets
to just
stick
clean up
there.
everyone. Yeah, I mean, once both supports fall for UCF, that's about it, and
Yeah, we'll see if Lucio can dance around here. No.
yeah, unfortunately not, and yeah, I mean, that was, I mean, I feel like University of Arizona won some fights there that they just shouldn't have, and they just, like, managed to turn it around when it looked really dire. So, yeah, I mean, great, I think that Blizzard at, on one of the points when they only had, like, 70% and UCF was at 99, that was a really great Blizzard, onto the Sigma, you know, not getting it eaten and just able to, freeze up the Sigma there, and yeah, that was just a great play there.
Yeah, really good from Arizona. I'm gonna have to say good luck to UCF. I gotta pop out, but I hope they continue to play well, and just good luck to everybody overall.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and good luck in your student series match.
Yep, thank you.
Alright, see ya.
Capture the objective.
Don't go down.
So,
We still got
yeah,
this.
UCF running out on something we've already seen them play on, you know, Mbani defense and all that, so... Yeah, let's see how this works. University of Arizona playing a dive with the Mei here, which, you know, Mei is actually a really versatile hero as well, has a lot of poke and a lot of brawl, so... Yeah, I mean, if they're able to get some good walls here, that could definitely help them out, but their Lucio has already fallen. Bon is able to force out the ice block there, so they should be able to clean up this Mei right after. Yep, there he goes. Going on the Ana next. The Wimbledon is trying to peel, but his Tesla cannon won't do all that much to a Diva. And yeah, that'll be UCF winning that fight off of a pick from Sickbuckle there on the Sojourn. It looks like a swap onto the Zarya here. Zarya generally is good against Diva because Diva doesn't have any way to mitigate her primary fire. So if the Zarya can get rolling, that plus the Mei could make Bond's life really tough, but we'll see. Oh, a pick here onto Nachtara. That's an amazing opening pick there. That's exactly what you need. The recall is forced, and let's see who they run down. They do manage to catch Mammoth as well. And yeah, I mean, after that pick, it was pretty much already over. Bond might be able to stall this for a few more seconds, but that'll be the flip for University of Arizona. And they do have Mailed here. That'll be pretty big if the Tracer can hit a pulse. I mean, they do... Mammoth has the Suzu there, so you gotta be careful, but that could also be a pretty much fight win. And a Nano onto a Zarya, if she gets very high energy, can also be really deadly, so a lot to play around for UCF here. Pulse Bomb goes out, doesn't hit anyone, I don't believe. But now... Oh, that's a Blizzard. Yeah, just running down UCF right there. And... yeah, not really having much counterplay, but I mean, you got out both DPS ults, so you're pretty happy with that. But also if you're Arizona, that did give you opportunity to charge up your grab and beat there, so... yeah, you're also probably fine with that if you're University of Arizona. Also very good aggressive play there, pushing up farther than most teams probably would.
Thanks for the help.
But UCF here now do have the 4 ultimates, so let's see what they use first. The Nano Lucio is in, gets anti-healed. I mean, that looked intentional. I don't believe that Lucio went in front of anyone. Does get the bubble as well. And, I mean, yeah, they won't even manage to kill the Lucio there. It looks like Sickbuckle was trying to focus him down, but then the full energy Zarya just walked at them, so, I mean, interesting Nano Lucio distraction who received the bubble, so I'm gonna assume that was intentional. now UCF, yeah, walking in. Oh, Bon almost ate that grab, but just barely missing that. Trying to contest point while also helping their team is going to be tough. They do get the Mei out of Ice Block, but I don't know, it might, yeah, it's already too late. The Tracer just cleaning up 2 as well, and the Zarya at full charge is just really scary.
Victory. Player
Yeah, and that'll
of the
be University of Arizona taking that first map.
Special delivery.
Yeah, here's the play of the game of Nope on the Tracer. Just managing to stick the Bastion while they were using their ultimate and cleaning up. Hello, Chillball.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will be joining a little late, as I had some prior duties. However, I have come to join us following map 1. Maj, could you give me a quick rundown?
Yeah, so it's UCF versus University of Arizona, and University of Arizona have won 2-0 on Antarctic. They played an interesting comp. First round, UCF won the first fight. University of Arizona swapped their comp up a bit, went to like Zarya based thing, and yeah, second point UCF tried some like Diva, Echo, stuff like that, and then they also went Zarya. Yeah, I mean, in general, I think Nope is doing very well on like Tracer and Hanzo and stuff like that, and is able to like open up a lot of fights, and I think they do like Mei quite a bit. And
Yeah, so one thing to keep in mind regarding the way UCF likes to play their comps is commonly they try and move over to a bit more, not necessarily off meta, but a bit stranger comps that some teams aren't prepared for. I know for a while they were practicing the Sigma before that became a very prominent comp following Grand Finals, and then the Diva is another one that banhxeo likes to kind of flex over to. It allows them to get a bit more flexibility, something the enemy teams aren't really prepared for. So especially on a map like Antarctic, where a lot of each submap has a very different playstyle to them. Some are a bit more poke heavy, some are a bit more dive heavy, some are a bit more brawl heavy. It definitely allows for a lot more flexibility of comps, but by extension also allows for the enemies to flex over to something to maybe counter comp a bit harder. So that does make it hard whenever you have a team that definitely specializes in 1 or 2 comps, where now they're having to both fight the map that might not be too favorable for them, but also fight the enemy team who has a bit more flexibility in what they can choose to go against you.
Yeah, and that is something that we saw. Like, I think University of Arizona's adaptations were pretty solid. Like, in the middle of that round, you're like Bon, and you're sitting there on Diva looking at like Zarya Mei, and you're like, well, you know. So
Zarya definitely makes those dives for Diva a little hard, being able to bubble whoever Diva wants to go on, since Diva has a bit more methodical of a dive compared to another dive tank like Winston, where it's definitely a bit more sudden, a bit more, here I am, and there goes your backline. It's a lot more methodical. Diva takes a little bit more time. So Zarya being able to put out those bubbles, as well as being able to just beam through DM, really makes it hard for that Diva to really set up and get good picks that, that kind of comp wants to require. So Zarya definitely, makes it very hard for the Diva. It doesn't make it impossible, but especially on certain maps, it makes it even harder, where the Diva is just kind of fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah, we also saw a kind of funny play at the almost last fight where they nanoed a Lucio, and it looked intentional to me because he also got Zarya bubble, and then the full energy Zarya just walked at them while they were distracted by Lucio. So
yeah, Lucio, I mean, definitely the nano's a very weird commit, but that Lucio, being able to go for a quick touch, and also a Lucio by himself, a lot of teams are just kind of trained, they're out of position, they want to take them out, so that's just free farm for Zarya, and especially in a post-buff Zarya where she's getting, I believe, either 45 or 50 energy for a fully popped bubble on an ally. It definitely makes that Zarya, she goes from a tank hero to a tank hero with a lot of damage on the table. But now loading into King's Row, you see Glory definitely scouting out, maybe trying to get a better idea for the enemy comp. Seeing them set up in the movie theater, maybe looking for something a bit more cheeky with Nope on the Tracer, definitely trying to play to their strengths. I'm not
Yeah,
too sure if UCF's gonna stick with the Weaver, maybe trying to go for a Weaver rollout. Nope, swapping to the Brig, keep
Yeah.
cover of that BAP.
And I mean, yeah, you can see Gloryblade just knows. They definitely saw the Ana. Let's see. I mean, if they can just rotate fast enough, maybe they can just get to point.
Dodge this.
But
Yeah, definitely prepared after Glory scouted them out on movie theater. Taking a couple shots. They're definitely being a bit of a nuisance. Nope, going in for the back line. sickbuckle's turret goes down. Glory gets a pick onto Ana.
yeah, catches the Ana during the rotation. So yeah, very good play there. Taykor also follows up onto the enemy Baptiste, and that'll be that.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
Yeah, just the. I mean, I kind of like the play there, but I think after like they got shot at, they didn't have a rotation or a plan what to do after they put out. So yeah, good play by UCF.
One of the things these sig comps definitely specialize in now is momentum. You know, you can get that first initial pick from the Sojourn, and then you just start getting to walk. And especially whenever they were trying to do that little cheeky movie theater play, is it let UCF take advantage of the fact that now they have to rotate if they want to play together. But Taykor goes down, picked off by the Doomfist swap.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed that like was happening above, so yeah.
And Gloryblade definitely trying to see if maybe they can even it out, just getting cart progress while they can, being down one, still having that close spawn, so that pick isn't too consequential. But that Doomfist swap definitely looking to take advantage of maybe that Sigma during his hands, or you know, something to kind of get him out of position so his team can then proceed to walk on him. But Glory goes down as well.
Wow, yeah, that's a big pick there from No. The Doom gets nanoed in, does manage to stun the BAP, I believe, or the Brig. The Amor is there, but it probably won't help him out too much. Oh, Vaughn investing this. I don't know if that's... I mean, I guess it's winnable, yeah. It is winnable. There you go. I mean, you have a lot better respawn, so... Yeah.
The Doom can be a little scary for the Sigma, but by extension, you know, when the Doom goes in, and especially when he goes in deep like they did on the side of Arizona, is now that leaves a bit of an opening for that Sigma to kind of push up and get some value. So especially having that Flux online definitely lets them get the pick to turn that into a winning fight, while that Doom was kind of caught out in the back without Nano too after they used it for the engage.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I do think the respawns were also a big factor there, because even if UCF were down one, they knew that they would get back faster. The Doomfist going in, yeah, the Reaper also has to get out right now, and they're able to catch the Hanzo. Both DPS down to sickbuckle.
The Doomfist ult comes out, but death by trade by the window from Taykor. UCF definitely looking a lot better on ults, but they do need to be a little fearful, as Arizona has two very strong, but oh, Glory gets the pick on the BAP, taking that window out of the possible fight to happen next.
Yeah, and that's just second point with not even really a full fight there, just two picks from UCF and forcing them to back out, and that'll be the Reaper as well. Sickbuckle just going crazy on this tour right now.
Yeah, UCF definitely looking to kind of take advantage of the momentum they've got. Like, a 5-minute time bank is nothing to be scoffed at, especially on a map like King's Row, where usually you'll have a couple fights during that street phase, but being able to cap with a 5-minute time bank definitely kind of secures a really casual time going through third. Still winnable for Arizona, but it's going to be a uphill battle from here.
Yeah, the Nano on the Doomfist, as well as a Window and a Dragon. The Window and Dragon denying the same space, so a bit of anti-synergy there. But they will manage to catch, oh, it actually Taykor. Wait, never mind. Yeah, Taykor does just kill two in the chaos there, and yeah, I mean, sickbuckle was asking for some healing right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Does get a pass.
UCF looking really good in terms of ult economy. During that last fight, you know, they had, wow,
The
okay, there goes the
Blossom.
Blossom.
Yeah, and this
Flux comes
position
out.
from Gloryblade is going to be very deadly, just being able to fire down. Vaughn catches there.
Yeah, UCF just dumping their ults at this fight, you know, making it easy. That's kind of what happens once you build up such a good ult advantage like UCF had there, where even though Arizona was throwing, you know, 1 or 2 ults per fight, they were getting constantly just not being able to get value, even having some anti-synergy like whenever they dragons through window, where now you're just kind of sitting there with nothing to happen while, you know, your Doom tries to go in and your Doom ends up getting picked off for it. So UCF keeping on top of the ult economy, definitely making their jobs a lot easier once they do get to the end and they can just all press Q, 5 ults, and there's nothing you can really do to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do when you have a Sojourn above you, Molten Core on the payload, and rallying Brig on your backline? Like, yeah, you can't really do much at that point. So yeah, good job on UCF for building all of that momentum and using it to its full extent.
Yeah, Arizona definitely tried a lot of things, but never really able to get a foothold on that fight. You know, your Doom was constantly getting caught out of position. Every time he went for a dive, there was consistent peel coming out from Nachtara on the brig, and even Taykor getting those 2 picks at one point, just because their Doom decided to go for a push, and Taykor punished it. I mean, that's just kind of what BAP does. BAP is a very effective healer, but BAP's gun is not to be disrespected by any means. That can take out just about any squishy in the right hands. And Taykor definitely showing he's very skilled with those flex support heroes, especially the ones that require a bit more mechanical skill like BAP.
Yeah, 100%, and they'll just be running the same comp here, you know, and don't fix what isn't broken, so there you
Exactly.
go.
No. Definitely going to be a different story though now. Now they're playing into a bit of a Zarya rush kind of comp where they're going to be looking to even, you know, kind of stop that momentum by essentially pushing into it themselves. You know, a sped Zarya with high energy is not to be disrespected by any means. That'll melt just about any squishy in the game in record time.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like University of Arizona is rotating up to this side high ground, but UCF are ready to match them with this spam from their Sojourn and
the grenade jump comes in to contest the Sigma. Nachtara's in a bit of a position, has to fall out.
That Sojourn was getting so much value in that hallway. And the Zarya is full charge, but will fall to UCF's DPS there. Gloryblade managing to get the final blow.
The UCF poke comp, especially in a tight corridor like that, you have to be very careful. You know, you only have the Zarya bubble. Oh wow, and there goes Sojourn, taken out by the rock. Hanzo one as well, Taykor finishes them off, and now UCF just gonna go take all this free space they have, run that 3-minute time clock down, trying to maybe see if they can even stop them from touching the point at all.
Yeah, I mean, looks like they're trying to catch some people during this cross. I believe Bong is looking to catch that Ana, but here's like
big Amor running Taykor.
Yeah, that Amor will. Oh, okay, good
gets caught out. There goes Lucio, sorry. And now Arizona just has to fall out. Zarya might be hard charged, but he has no team to follow up on it with him. Soldier also in a precarious position. Split off from his team, and he goes down.
Yeah, Gloryblade just able to catch the Soldier there also, and now can focus their attention onto the Zarya. The Zarya does fall, so that's a charge reset, you know. You at least had an advantage there where your Zarya didn't have to build all that charge, but now when she's back in the spawn room, you have to start all over again.
Arizona definitely struggling to make a bit of a foothold here. Even just looking at the ultimates, UCF has both that Sigma Flux and that window up. Well, the closest thing Arizona has up is that nano boost, and even then, it's still a shot or two off. Only 50 to grab, 50 to visor, and I mean, that Lucio beat could make some progress, but the window comes out early, and there goes the Zarya and the Genji.
Yeah, I mean, that window damage is, again, not to be disrespected. Zarya can still just melt, even with a few bubbles, so that'll be back to the drawing board once again.
And now, Arizona definitely looking like they're in a bit of a better position. They do have both their support ults online and hopefully a grab coming up soon, but if they're not careful, those can be very quickly nullified by just one press of Bond's Flux, as well as having the Torbolt coming up, a Brig ult, and a Sojourn ult. UCF definitely looking very good in terms of ults. They just got to be very careful how they navigate around both these support ults on the side of Arizona.
Yeah, it looks like Arizona rotated through Hotel and are in like the way that UCF spawned, so they'll make their way onto the point now. Alon just trying to stay on this point, but with the Zarya that's nanoed, yeah, there might not be a lot you can do. Gloryblade is going to try to flip this with this overclock on the high ground. Does manage to get some damage down, but no kills just yet.
Oh, and Zarya falls 99 to grab. Their one chance at turning the fight, everybody falls following. So, like I said, both those support ults, you know, those can get very quickly nullified with some careful positioning and team play. And even then, UCF only committing 3 ults to that, you know, and they were able to make that fight pretty clean looking. But now they have to be very careful. They're going into a fight with only their Torp ult and maybe a window coming up, but they're against a grab blade combo as well as having a visor.
Yeah, this is potentially last fight. Here comes the blade. It just gets rolled instantly. The grab is out.
Genji goes down. And now UCF has that ult advantage again with the window just in case the window comes out, but that's
not even a touch.
The Tracer swap was not happening soon enough, and UCF just makes that King's Row map look dominant.
Yeah, absolutely. Play the game by Nachtara here. I'm assuming
I
it's
wouldn't have it
gonna be
any
a
other way.
rally on first line. Oh no, it's at the end.
Oh, big kill onto the Reaper. Yeah, so this is one of those fights where it's like UCF had such a high ult advantage that it really didn't matter what, you know, what Arizona tried to do. UCF just popped all their ults, and now that cart was untouchable, uncontestable.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, there were some pretty good moments from University of Arizona, but they just weren't able to close out some of those fights. Like, I think when they beat it and nanoed the Zarya, that looked really scary for UCF, but they were able to just live through that and wait out the beat and turn it back with a overclock. So, yeah, I mean,
Arizona.
I think it's really on the UCF supports, because every time they got rushed at, Taykor was able to pop a lamp, or the Brig was able to hit a whip shot or something, and they were just able to deny that rush.
Yeah, definitely, especially like having that Lucio and having that speed, you know. The whole goal of running these kinds of comps where you base everything off of just basically walking at people with Lucio speed is, you know, you want to build up that momentum, you want to find that opening, and you need to be quick about it. But what UCF was really good at doing, especially running that kind of poke comp, was they were able to essentially deny that rush, deny that push. So every time that they popped the Lucio speed to try and go onto a target, it didn't matter. The resources they had to commit to go to that target were all gone, and then they just turned the fight with some, you know, well placed positioning and the occasional ult. And especially keeping that ult advantage all fight, you could constantly see, even after 2, 3, 4 fights, it didn't really matter, because what ended up happening was UCF just constantly had an ult advantage. Even then, you know, Arizona took a while to even build their first ult, and every time they tried to go for an ult, it would get shut down nonetheless.
Just UCF were really bending but not breaking is probably a good way of saying it. They gave some space when University of Arizona demanded it, but they were able to just fight right back with investing in ult or whatever the case was, and yeah, they were just able to hold there. Now we're going on to Flashpoint. Looks like Saravasa will be heading in just a minute, and Mammoth is back in, likely for the Lucio. I assume that this will be like an Orisa Bastion Lucio type comp, because that's what they ran last time, and that's what the Lucio says to me. So, or Mammoth coming in says to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, one thing to keep in mind about Flashpoint as a game is a lot of teams are still figuring it out. But one thing that I think every single team has kind of realized is that Lucio is a must. With the speed at which Flashpoint ticks down and how volatile of a game mode it can be, having that speed to try and recontest a point is the difference between basically winning and losing. You know, that one extra fight that you can milk on a point from having Lucio speed or having a Lucio touch is, you know, what's the phrase? Irreplaceable. There we go. But it's definitely it's very important, because, you know, on Flashpoint, you know, if you don't even think about setting up your fight until 80-85%, you're going to lose the point by the time the fight happens, because the entire enemy team is going to be working to recontest that. So you need to be very careful on these Flashpoint maps, where you have to be very, very mindful of the time you have, because if you waste all your ults on a fight for a point that's already lost, now you're going into the next point in a severe disadvantage.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, it looks like UCF will be on this Orisa Rush type comp with Sick on the Bastion, or sorry, the Torb. So, yeah, silly heroes. Let's go.
Yeah, sickbuckle on the Torb is definitely a very scary sight to see. Torb has a very, very bad tendency of just making picks, you know, even when he doesn't mean to. So, especially on a map like Flashpoint and on a game mode like Flashpoint, where everything's very volatile, one pick can definitely like make or break the game itself.
Yeah, and University of Arizona on a May dive, it seems, but I mean, goodbye, Winston. You know, try again later.
Just gets deleted by that Torb, you know. One very bad dive, and that Orisa definitely takes advantage of it. You can see Arizona swapping over to the Orisa as well, because this Orisa comp definitely kind of was developed as a way to deal with the Winston comps that were prominent after the Orisa buffs came out. So now we're in a bit more of an Orisa mirror, still keeping onto that May, maybe looking to make a pick on somebody like sickbuckle or Glory, who might, you know, take a step out of position.
And you can see the Orisa already falling very low, is going to have to be healed up soon. And, University of Arizona approaching the side. Gloryblade falls a little low, but is able to slide to safety.
Yeah, definitely. UCF trying to maybe just fight on the point, you know. Every second they keep this point capped, even if they lose the fight, they could easily get this point to 99 before swapping over. But definitely trying to maybe play slow, build up some ults, keep everything looking positive that way. Oh, never mind the pick on the note.
Yeah, I mean, the anti onto Vaughn made them force him more, but yeah, Gloryblade is able to just force one back. The May does manage to kill 2 here, so this might be winnable. Vaughn's still full HP.
Blizzard
here.
comes out.
Invest that, no. Yeah, doesn't invest the Terror Surge there. Probably wise after seeing that Blizzard come out. I think before the Blizzard it was still winnable, but I mean, you're at 99, you get Blizzard out, you get Mano out as well. I mean, I think you're pretty happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, looking at it, you know, UCF definitely at some point, once they realize that fight isn't winnable, they just say, we're just going to die on point. We're just going to wait till 99. That way we only have to win one fight and the game's over. Now
And
UCF
they have
has a
5
really good
ults.
ult advantage.
They got 5 ults, what do you do here? Like,
One thing you got to be...
literally just
Oh,
pop
Gloryblade.
5
Oh,
ults.
they get picked
Okay,
off.
goodbye, Glory. They still
Real
are
talent,
investing.
yeah.
Mammoth is beaten and Nachtara put up a window. And Bonus also used a Terror Surge, so they got no kills with that. This might be really bad for UCF, actually. We're already at 60% for University of Arizona.
And if you look at the health bars inside Arizona, they're definitely, you know, getting lower and lower. So the quicker UCF have, but Mammoth goes down, but they trade Orisa. It might still be winnable on the side of UCF. Nano is out as well as having a... Oh, they nano the Genji. Maybe trying to finish the Blade. Blade comes out onto sickbuckle.
Yeah, I mean, UCF are able to turn that one around as well after the Lucio and Orisa trades. And the Lucio for University of Arizona might be able to touch again here, but probably won't stay on for too long. Yeah, there he goes.
And they get it to 99, but UCF still gets that initial cap, and that's kind of one of the things, you know, you might be able to, you might lose somebody early, kind of like losing Glory, especially somebody with the ultimate, even losing Mammoth first, but one thing you got to kind of keep in mind with some of these comps, especially the Orisa comp, is it's very good at winning fights when you're down people. That Orisa just kind of turns into a raid boss, an unkillable just unit in the middle of the fight, so being able to keep your Orisa up and keep the pressure up makes it toward these very, person negative fights. The sickbuckle goes down. Window comes out on Taykor to make up for it.
Yeah, but University of Arizona is able to rotate just away from that window. The Blizzard does manage to catch, I believe, 1 or 2, and they're able to clean up off of that. So, yeah, this will just be Juan just probably building up the last of his ultimate and dying on point. Yep, there you go. And yeah, I mean, great rotation from University of Arizona there, just going around this side, completely avoiding the window. And a good
They
pick,
saw
there too.
They saw that window, they knew what they had to do. That window definitely came out to try and make up. Oh, sickbuckle gets pinned very close to death, but he makes it out by the skin of his teeth. Oh,
goodbye,
big
May.
pick onto the May from sickbuckle. Arizona definitely trying to push their advantage, maybe a little too far. Terror Surge comes out. A lot of commits coming out from Arizona, even though they're down 1 and now they're down 2. Terror Surge comes out from banhxeo. And that's a quick and easy fight for UCF. Only committing 1 ult. You know, Arizona committed that Terror Surge too, but they saw, like, they wanted to push that advantage, especially after getting sickbuckle to such a low percentage. And then what UCF was able to do is just take a second, regroup, get a pick, and then turn that into a 1 fight.
Absolutely, and another kill from sickbuckle onto the May, just, yeah, absolutely being like the engine of this composition by getting these opening picks.
Orbit definitely something not to be disrespected. Those little pellets that he shoots can do almost your entire health bar in terms of just a random headshot, and even when he's not aiming for it, Torb just seems to tend to get them.
Yep, absolutely. And yeah, the rotation here by University of Arizona to the side. It looks like, yeah, Vaughn is going onto the backline now, trying to catch them in rotation. And yeah, the Ana just fell to Gloryblade, but Elfin is able to trade back. Both beats are out, so it's just going to be...
down, and Orisa's looking low. Ooh, good Maywall on the side of Arizona, but
yeah,
they
he does
break through it.
Tank up, but they just walk through, and yeah, University of Arizona won't be able to touch. Moving the Hanzo in, so yeah, they stand absolutely no chance. And yeah, they'll be UCF up 2, only need 1 more flashpoint to cap here, and get the map.
going on to point 3, Arizona definitely needs to be a little scared. Assumingly they know that UCF basically has 3 ults online, and they've got the Blizz and they've got the Nano to match, but the Junkrat swap coming out for a point like this where you have a lot of tight corridors, as well as a place for environmental kill, the Junkrat definitely isn't a strange pick. Not something you see too commonly, but it is understandable. You know, those mines, they just tend to hit people, and even then, they'll chunk you up for about half your health easily.
Yeah, absolutely, and we see here UCF being the ones to get the point first. A Nano onto the Orisa. Not too much being done, and Vaughn is just able to run in with the Terra Surge and catch the Junkrat, and they'll be able to clean up off of that.
Yeah, no, I mean, that Nano comes out, but one of the tips when it comes to fighting against Orisa is just ignore her. So yeah, you can Nano the Orisa, but your backline is right there. And we're just going to go in, we're going to use 2 ults, and we're just going to take them out of the fight, just like you tried to take us out of the fight, especially losing your Junkrat early to that first Terra Surge. You know, it was an interesting swap to try and take the point, but you have to take the point with the Junkrat. You can't lose it so early.
Yeah, and if you don't get there first, that's such a massive disadvantage, because UCF have all of this good positioning, this even, like, slight high ground here, too. The Orisa is running at people trying to... Oh my goodness! Yeah, sickbuckle can't get out of the Blizzard no matter what he does. There is a Terra Surge and the Lucio boop, just making sure he gets frozen up. And that will be enough for University of Arizona to flip this. Gloryblade does manage to get an exit kill, as well as his Mammoth. But yeah, that should be... I mean, as I say this, they're still contesting, so... We'll
Mammoth
see.
is looking to stall out.
What? How is... Okay. I mean, I feel like they should have capped that at like 80, but UCF were just able to squeeze out an extra 20% there just by stalling.
That's one of the things with Flashpoint. That tick rate is very quick, so you know, if you have a pretty good Lucio stall like Mammoth does, you can easily run a point up 20%, get that to 99, and now not only do you just need 1 fight win, but UCF has 3 ults coming up, and Junkrat goes down early.
Yeah, the overclock is coming out right now. Does get anti-heal, so can't go too aggressive. Also gets a spear in the face, but the beat is there to keep everyone up.
The Ajax!
Oh, and yeah, an Ajax seems, yeah. Wow. And
They
this is 99, 3rd point. If they don't touch, then it's over. Yeah, and that's UCF taking their 3rd map. No, not their 3rd map, the 3rd map in this series. So it's 2-1 right now for UCF.
Yeah, I mean, definitely one of the things, like, you saw, originally Arizona tried to roll out on the Monkey comp, and what ended up happening was, that's kind of where that Orisa comp comes in handy. The Monkey went for a dive, and then immediately disappeared. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
and now what they kind of had to do is they decided to swap, maybe go for a bit of a mirror. What ended up happening was UCF knew that they were going to be, you know, they realized they're in the mirror, so now they know that their win con in that kind of mirror is to just play for your ultimate. So UCF constantly keeping an ult advantage, keeping their ults in cycle, and being able to do that, they were able to turn every fight compared to Arizona, where commonly you'd see them, you know, throw 2, 3, 4 ults into a fight, and now they have to go 1 or 2 fights without having a single ultimate, while UCF goes into every single fight ready to pop things. They always had that Terra Surge or that window online that could really turn the tide of a fight very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And you saw how much value they were able to get out of those. I mean, there were some good plays by University of Arizona to, like, you know, either kite the window or get, you know, some good value out of their own ults. But yeah, UCF were in control for most of that.
Yeah, you could definitely see every single time Arizona took a point, UCF was very good at stalling it up to 99. That way they could just come back, you know, use that ult advantage that they knew they had, take it back in 1 fight, and then just cap the point. And that's exactly what happened, especially on the last one. Mammoth getting a 20% stall. And then even then, like, sure, you staggered the Lucio, but it's a Lucio. The moment he spawns back, he's going to be with his team anyways. And then at that point, they had the beat, they had the overclock, and they had the Terra Surge online. So it was very easy to just clean up the fight next to Arizona, who had 0 ults for that final fight. And they were definitely probably looking a little scared as well, knowing that they didn't have ults. So now they, you know, they look to play slow, but UCF just countered that, speeding in, popping all their ults quickly. That way, before they could even regroup and kind of understand the situation, the fight's already over and the point's already capped.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you saw how, like, desperately UCF didn't want to give up control, you know? Like, it didn't matter, like, how badly the fight was going. They were going to stall that point, like, no matter what. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to Collegiate next, and UCF are bringing in Taykor once again.
Yeah, Colosseo is a very interesting map. So Colosseo definitely can be summarized just by the word sightlines. Colosseo has a lot of very big sightlines, especially down that center area. And even once you get to either team's kind of spawn side, is you have a lot of these high grounds. You have a lot of these points where, you know, you can set up something like a Hanzo or a Widow, and they can just get value. Even though they're not getting kills, they get value by just being there. The fear of getting one shot definitely runs it. And then if you look on the side of UCF swapping in that Taykor, they know that, so they definitely want to go in there and maybe take advantage of the Taykor on BAP so he can be a bit more safe in the back line. You know, not safe because of his abilities, but safe because if they try and dive him, he's just going to get the pick on them. Same thing with Nachtara. Nachtara on Colosseo, I know, likes to tend towards the Iari, who's one of those heroes that favors these long sight lines, one of those kind of support snipers. So now what ends up happening is UCF can take a bit of a slower approach to these fights where they can play for picks from their 2-3 snipers. And then once they have that, immediately, you know, flip the switch and go for that point, go for more picks, and then get a lot of space off that.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just gonna make crossing this distance as painful as possible for people is my guess. So yeah, I mean, even if it's not like Hanzo or Widow, having like a Torb, a Sojourn, those can also be very deadly at that range too.
It'd be very interesting to see if maybe Arizona leans towards going for that Winston comp again, as Winston can't be very, very good on this map, especially when fighting for initial control at the center. You know, being able to dive across those long sight lines, pounce on those different snipers or those squishier targets.
Ready for battle.
UCF, though, looking to maybe lock in their Sigma comp. Another thing that Colosseo kind of lends itself to is poke, you know, especially with those snipers. You can use that Sigma shield, and we're back to lobby.
Pranked. Get pranked.
But yeah, no, that's those Sigma shields. You know, you can protect your snipers or even wall off enemy snipers. And especially if Arizona decides to go for that ball comp, you know, you're effectively doing something similar to the Winston, where you're trying to make very quick use of those long corridors to maybe make a good dive on a valuable target. But the ball does it a little differently, as the ball's a bit more selfish with the way he dives. You know, he doesn't have something like a bubble that can protect his team or even primal. All of his abilities are made to protect him. So what Ball wants to do there is instead go in there and essentially get value himself, while his team just kind of takes advantage of the chaos that he's creating in the backline.
Yeah, absolutely. If you do pick a ball here, it can definitely cause a lot of chaos and all that. But I still think UCF's like Orisa Torb comp is pretty good against the ball. Like, even if you hit a slam, like, you know, there's still a Torb turret pelleting you. You're gonna have an Alari just shooting at you, and yeah, it's probably going to be tough. It looks like they're leaning more towards this Zarya rush, which we saw on King's Row. Yeah, I mean, not too surprising, I don't think.
Maybe?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. I mean, if they can be fast enough with, like, a wall and, like, isolating Vaughn, and, I mean, that could be good, but, yeah, we'll see if they can execute it.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely say they might try and make some, you know, picks with that Genji going on to Taykor and Nachtara, but one thing to be very concerned about is Taykor will take you out if you mess up your dive on him, and especially having Nachtara next to him, it's going to make diving that backline very difficult. And the longer that backline stays up, the longer Bond's going to be able to just sit there and make space and hold space.
Yeah, and you can see that UCF, University of Arizona got here first with that Lucio speed, so UCF a little on the back foot here, but they are able to force out some CDs and live the Genji dive. The May Triumph Freeze is already out, so that was University of Arizona's main, like, cooldowns right there. And
And the May goes down.
after those cooldowns are out, you know, Gloryblade can just feel free to take space. You don't have to worry about the Lucio amp speed. You don't have to worry about nade or anything like that. So yeah, then they're also able to just clean up on the Lucio and the Zarya. Maybe the Onyx gets out here, but I mean, if I'm UCF, I'd chase that. But it looks like the Onyx safe for now.
Arizona definitely looked really good in that fight. They got a really big anti-nade and even got Bond down to some pretty low health, like within Genji dash range. But what ended up happening is they just couldn't take the initiative. They didn't take advantage of that momentum that they had, and they took a second too long, and then UCF was able to quickly turn the fight. You know, one quick pick from Sojourn is all you need to end a fight, especially on a map like this.
Yeah, absolutely. The Genji is going in with that bubble right now, but that Immor is going to keep everyone safe. Here's a window as well, but I mean, through all of that chaos, the Genji is also able to get two. UCF does fire back with killing the Zarya and the Lucio, but will that be enough? They still have a tank on the field, so they might be able to clean this one up.
Yeah, making 2 picks definitely, you know, made it look like Arizona might be able to take this fight, but UCF just decided to take a step back, stabilize, you know, and that way they can regroup and come back without giving up pretty much any space.
Ooh, a Nano Blade coming out here. Will they be able to get Gloryblade? They do, as well as Taykor earlier. And yeah, I mean, Bond is just gonna get run down with the freeze, and yeah, that'll be a fight win for University of Arizona with Nano Blade invested. Also swapping over to the Sigma as well.
Yeah, so definitely valuing that Sigma mirror. Definitely probably because of that Sojourn, because what that Sojourn hits about 60, 70 railgun charge, now she is a Widowmaker, she is a sniper, and she is to be respected. That's why they give her a very big glowing gun whenever it happens. So that Sigma mirror definitely maybe trying to nullify the value that Glory's getting with those picks. But the Blitz comes out as well. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so many ultimates from both sides. The Flux there was able to catch the Sigma, and a Rock will also take down that Lucio. I mean, yeah, Bond just played that fight really well. Was able to force out a lot of the Sigma cooldowns, and then eventually, once the Sigma was out, they could use that Flux, and was also able to hit a Rock on the Lucio, and will also stop the Sana from being able to heal anyone by putting a shield in her face. So yeah, that'll be UCF just taking that right back, and so many ultimates were committed. A Beat, a Nano, just everything from both sides, a May Blizzard as well. And yeah, UCF will be taking this bot back to their side.
It's definitely very interesting watching Arizona very stubborn about running this May. Even though it seems like, you know, their Mays are getting much value. You know, when you're playing the May, you're trying to get these picks on somebody out of position, but UCF very quick on their rotates. They like to stay together and make it to where that May can't get value.
Yeah, absolutely, and they've been playing around it really well. Here comes the Gloryblade on the side with an overclock, trying to get that 1 HP Sojourn, does manage to get her eventually, and Bond was also able to beat their Sigma in the duel, so yeah, that'll be UCF potentially even getting the checkpoint here.
Yeah, that checkpoint's going to be very important in terms of keeping that momentum up, because that forward spawn is definitely very important, especially on a map like Collegiate. It saves some of your, you know, lower mobility heroes like your backline on the side of UCF some time getting back to the fight should they get picked off by a random Sojourn rail. Or, and quite the opposite, the enemy Sojourn gets picked off by a random sickbuckle shot as well as the May.
Yeah, and the May going pretty aggressive there does manage to get taken out by sickbuckle. And I mean, Vaughn is just playing this really well. Just again, able to just kind of, oh, if that rocket, that would have been sick, but
wait, banhxeo getting another pick onto the Ana, definitely keeping the momentum up, holding a lot of space while they just slowly push that cart.
Yeah, I mean, as you're saying, like, space is the key here. Just the Sigma not being dislodged. Oh, there you go. Well, I mean, even with that rock, there's an Immor, so Vaughn might be able to survive this still.
No, that May wall finally getting value. That May wall coming up on the bridge, stopping Bond from rotating and stopping his supports from getting easy LOS on him. You know, even though you have that BAP, sure the BAP can jump over the May wall, but that Sojourn was mid-ult, and the moment she sees that BAP T, she's going to be taking the shot, and then that's how you lose your BAP.
But University of Arizona used so much there. They used the Flux, the Nano, and the Sojourn overclock, so I mean, that was a very expensive fight where in the end they only killed one person really, and UCF are going to be able to recontest this pretty quickly.
And the one thing to look at especially is Arizona making that swap over to Kiriko, and definitely not something you're too familiar with in a comp like this. Maybe trying to take advantage of Kiriko's DPS. Oh wow, and Glory goes down.
Yeah, Nether's just popping off, getting a lot of value there with the Kitsune, the increased fire speed and all that. So yeah, I mean, you said Kiriko not common in these comps, but I mean, I think you're seeing why they like it. The Kitsune just able to let them run down people.
Yeah, having that Kitsune as well as having those kunai that you can just kind of throw down these long sight lines present on the map to try and maybe get a pick. Definitely seeing a change in Arizona's game plan, going from less of a brawl, trying to win in the brawl and rather get early picks like UCF's been doing. But UCF gets the early pick nonetheless on the Kiriko.
Yeah, speaking of picks, exactly. And with that rally, they're also just able to close this out, going right back to the middle again. Team kill for UCF. And, I mean, you're going to be having 3 ults here. So, I mean, University of Arizona also coming up on quite a few as well. Everything except the Kiri ult. But UCF also are going to have 3, so let's see who uses their resources first here.
both Sigmas having Flux online definitely makes this fight a little bit interesting, as both Sigs are probably going to be looking to flex the enemy backline. Oh, but the window comes out from Taykor first, as well as the Blizz to try and counteract it.
Yeah, that's the Blizzard right on Saban and gets frozen up. Won't have the in-work as Taykor also failed. And, I mean, that's... I don't even know if the nano was necessary there. I think that Blizzard was very good.
Yeah, definitely showing Arizona maybe not too comfortable with their ability to win these fights easily, so they're maybe committing a bit more to try and lock these fights in. But UCF not coming into the next fight, still have Sigil and they still have Gloryblade's ult, but the ult comes out from the enemy soldier, getting the pick on sickbuckle.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want if you're University of Arizona, making an aggressive play there, and they're able to get value out of that. So they'll be able to get the checkpoint here if they haven't already. Oh, and wow, Flux there as well onto this small side room. Doesn't get a kill because that Immor is there, but yeah. Both signals.
Oh wow, the sleep on the Bond's Flux.
Wow, yeah, but the Ana was out of position there and is able to get ran down by Gloryblade there. Let's see if UCF turn this.
Yeah, definitely UCF getting slept out of the Flux, sure, but, you know, was it worth it? They lost their biggest source of heals, you know, having that Cure, you don't get nearly as much healing as you would having a Baptiste or something else there like you do see in these comps, so losing your Ana early in exchange for the Flux wasn't really worth it on the side of Arizona. Now UCF's coming back into this fight with a major ult advantage, having almost all, or 4 out of 5 ults online, while Arizona only really having that Kitsune rush, and if they play slow enough, they might be able to finish a Blizz, barring another random pick from sickbuckle or Glory.
Yeah, here comes the Kitsune. There's going to be a window to try to make them think twice about running in, but they're still running. And the Mei goes in, does have to ice block, but that will take a lot of attention. Gloryblade is able to finish them off in the end. Or actually the Kiriko, I mean. And the Mei will fall to the turret, so... Yeah, UCF, again, just are able to just fight back against that Kitsune rush.
Definitely really impressive, you know, you're able to see UCF's ability to kind of control the tempo of the fight, you know, the whole point of that Kitsune rush especially is you want to pop it early and you want to pop it very surprisingly. You don't want to give the enemy team time to react, but UCF very, oh wow, Gloryblade goes down.
Goodbye Gloryblade. And
but you have to be, UCF very careful, they want to keep control of these fights, even though they're down one. The more progress they get, Sigma goes down in exchange, and Nachtara had the ult up as well as the Mei. Revenge for Glory comes out.
Yeah, and the Torb is just able to zone people with that right click at close range. It was doing a ton of damage to the Kiriko who went in. Here comes a overclock, but will be enough, just getting ran at by a Brig. The Kiriko is there to support them, but it won't be enough. Taykor getting the final blow there, and the window here is gonna, like, really make them think twice about touching.
You can definitely see the clock, maybe getting to Arizona. You see people, players like Nether going for a hero play that you really wouldn't want to make any other time.
Yeah, absolutely, and that would be UCF taking this unless Lucio touches. No, that's
so UCF cleans up the fight. Yeah, very impressive stuff. Even though it looked like, you know, they started losing a bit of space, maybe the Collegiate curse coming back, but what ended up happening was UCF was very careful about controlling these fights, making sure even if they were down players, the fights were still in their favor, especially if you look at that last Kitsune rush around the middle area. They go for it, UCF even loses one, but UCF takes that second, they regroup, they reset, and then they decide, okay, now it's our time to take this fight, because every second that you can stall is the second that that Kitsune rush is no longer active. So once it wears off, it lets them just kind of walk in there, make their picks to make everything even, and then just start walking, taking advantage of the ult advantages that they kept throughout the entire series.
Absolutely, and I think a big difference there was the actual ults, and yeah, UCF just were able to, like, it just felt like have more ults over the course of the game, you know? Like, we saw how many fights where it's like, oh, UCF have 4 ults here. You know, they were able to just win fights without even needing them, and then in the fights where they did need them, they had them.
Yeah, no, definitely using the that ult advantage, keeping that ult economy up, made UCF's job a whole lot easier throughout that entire series, especially once they got their foothold after map 1. Like, you looked at map 2, and it was just an absolute massacre on the side of UCF, taking advantage of every single small mistake that Arizona made. A very clean map overall, and they just kept that going for the rest.
And and I think we're gonna get an interview here, right? I believe we can drag someone in if they're down. Because I believe Mammoth said he'd be down.
All right, we just gotta get him in here, and then we'll drag him in. Post-match interview with the Gaming Mammoth.
Mm. I believe it'll be Bon. Yeah.
Oh my god. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Bonchan.
Stressful game.
Didn't look like it to us, you know.
First one not as much, but second one definitely. We were oh wait, I'll just wait. If you have questions then you do that first.
Okay. What was your reaction when you saw Nana Lucio get bubbled into your backline?
This is the second match we had, right?
Yes.
Okay, first map we were mental boomed for sure because we were getting run down and we didn't actually end up killing the Lucio. So I know Mammoth got tilted off of it, so that we kind of like threw the whole team off. So I just that map was a wash, 100%. So my thinking was we can just exploit that by playing like a slower pace comp. So we went to Kings and we played double flex and they sort of inted like really hard, like super hard.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of their rushes were able to be like countered out by like an Embor or something simple like that. So yeah, you guys played around that really well.
Yeah, I think we just needed that first map to assess how they were playing, and then we were just exploiting it because they didn't capture a point for the next 3 maps, so pretty easy adjustment.
You downloaded them, all good.
Yeah. That's been like the name of the game for like the past 2 matches because I don't know, I think it's just easier for us to counter what they're good at. And we're really flexible because we have a lot of comps to play against, like anything we haven't seen or are like familiar with.
Yeah, it makes sense. I guess we could also ask about first series.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of already forgot what had happened. I just know that they're a Ryan one-trick team, and then they swapped off of Ryan, and they kind of fell over because I know they did try to play Zarya, but they just double bubbled for energy. so he kind of got
Yeah.
folded.
Gotcha. Cobalt, you got any questions?
What was your thought on Sir Vatsa, walking into that first fight and seeing a Winston? Well, for a very short amount of time, but you did see a Winston.
My man jumped for 1 second, and I was screaming Winston because I was spinning him onto the point, and he was split from the rest of his team. And I have no idea why they're playing Winston with May.
Yeah, I don't know. That was
They just lost because they lost the first tempo. Well, they lost the first fight for 1 and 2. They didn't have BAP. They had Ana. So
Very
unlucky.
committed to the May and Ana, definitely. A very strange pick on the side of their team.
Hard agree. Fat agree. But good to know that we're not mid for once. We didn't go 1-1. We actually went 2-0 this weekend.
Y'all had me a little
Congrats.
scared there. I thought the Colosseo curse was back.
Nah. We just the game plan for that was whenever we knew we were down alt economy, we always had window for every like 2 alts they had. So I said, let's just trade window for alts, planning to lose this fight, and we ended up like maintaining lead without actually them pushing progress. And then they entered the last fight. They overcommitted alts. We were supposed to just dry fight, and then they started committing like OC Nano, and I saw that it was overtime, and they were already like down numbers, so we commit for win.
Definitely good at keeping that ult economy up that entire series, especially on like maps like King's Row, where it just seemed like they couldn't get a foothold at all in terms of ult economy.
So real, so true. Was it fun watching?
It was very
Yeah.
fun to watch, yes.
Let's go LFG. We love that.
Yeah, I mean your Sigma's like actually so disgusting. I just like some
Poggers.
of these orbs, like I think on King's Row, like the third when you were like attacking that, you were like hitting the Ana with like every single like bank like off of the wall orb, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how does he do this? So yeah, just cracked. I don't know.
Thank you.
I really like watching you get
Unfortunately-
slept out of Flux.
Fuck you. Wait, oh shoot. You know what? It's not
Canceled.
PG. It's not PG.
We're canceled.
So very fun while it lasted.
Yeah, unfortunate that we don't actually like qualify for playoffs, but we got the best record we could like in terms of our circumstances where we had to forfeit a weekend because we were at a LAN, so I'm happy.
Yeah, they got definitely look really good without those FFs. I'd say playoffs were definitely in their cards, but that's life. So
It is
the LAN was
life.
fun though.
It was fun. The LAN was worth it.
That's good to know. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's all. Thank you, Bon, for your time.
Thank you. Thank you guys for casting.
Of course. Yeah.
It's a
It was,
pleasure.
it was awesome. Yeah.
All
Congrats.
right, take
once
it
again.
easy, gang.
See ya.
Well, I believe that's all. Thank you all for joining us. I've been Cobalt.
Yep, I've been Maj. Follow esports at UCF on all their socials and everything. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Have a wonderful day.